Is your dog stubborn? If so, this video is for you. Now let's address the term stubbornness first of all. So in order to be stubborn, your dog would have to want to do what you're asking them to do and fully understand it and still refuse to do it. That is what stubbornness is. It's despite having good reason to do something and wanting to do it, they still refuse to do that particular thing. So the chances are your dog actually isn't being what we would call stubborn. What's actually happening is they either have higher motivation for something else, so that may be digging a hole in the garden, running around freely, running off to see other dogs, pulling on the lead, generally ignoring you because they're doing something different. So this is where their motivation lies elsewhere. The second thing that's probably likely to be happening is that your dog doesn't actually fully understand what you're asking them to do. So if you believe your dog does know exactly what you're asking them to do, what I would like you to do is to do a cue check for me. So this is where you, with no food, no toys, no motivation, no punishers, no nothing that you would have in your hands to offer the dog or to try and convince the dog to do something one way or another, you're just going to say the word to your dog once in a normal tone of voice. You're going to say the word. Now, whether that is come or it is heel or it is sit or look at you, whatever it may be, you are, or stop, if you've taught your dog to stop doing something, you would say your stop word. You're going to say this word once in a normal tone with normal body language, without leaning over them, without keep repeating yourself. And you're going to see what your dog's response is. What does your dog do when they hear this word? And I want you to do it for every single word you believe your dog knows. When you get the response, that is what your dog believes that word means. Now, some dogs will only do things if there is food to motivate them, if they've been taught with food, and that is because they have not been conditioned out of food. That's not because they've been taught with food, it's because they've not been taught how to do it without food. Some dogs will only do it if there is really decent reason not to keep doing what they're doing, as in they're frightened to not to carry on doing what they're doing, or they have a negative association with it. Again, that's not the same as understanding something. That is that there is strong motivation to not do something. So once you've done your cue checks in, say, the house or in the garden, what I then want you to do is do a cue check outside on a walk. So the reason I'm asking you to do this is because dogs do not generalise very well. So what that means is what they are taught in one area, they do not transfer to somewhere else. So they can't transfer what they know that easily. Some are better than others. So some breeds are better than others and some individuals within that breed are better than others. But for the most part, it's best if you assume that your dog does not understand the thing that you've taught them in the house, unless you have taught them it from scratch, from the foundation level up, in the garden, in every room of the house, in the car, on the walks, in people's houses. You have to teach it everywhere. You condition it to absolutely everywhere. And then your dog, your dog understands this from scratch and built all the way up to the level that you want it to be at in each individual environment. If you're certain that you have done this, so not only does your dog fully understand what you're asking them to do and can comply with it quickly, and their motivation is for what you have over something else for what they're doing, and they still refuse to do it, that is when your dog is stubborn. But for the most part, dogs aren't stubborn. That's more of a human thing. It's more a case of they have stronger motivation for something different, or they don't actually understand what you're asking of them.